Did you know about the place in the Atacama Desert in Chile? It's a huge desert, and if you look at it from space, you might think it's a landfill full of garbage, but it's not garbage at all. It's actually piles and piles of clothes, about 60,000 tons of them. These clothes are excellent, but they were rejected by the fashion industry and ended up here. This isn't just happening in Chile. There's a similar situation in Kenya too. It's sad to think about why good clothes are being thrown away like this. When we look deeper into the fashion industry, we realize there's a problem called fast fashion. Fast fashion is a trend in the fashion industry where clothes are made quickly and cheaply. But this trend is causing big problems for our world. The fashion industry is responsible for a huge chunk, about 10% of the world's emissions. That's a lot for something we wear. So we're here to talk about fast fashion, what it is, how it affects us, and what we can do about it. We want to understand these big issues and find solutions together. Today, the global fashion industry is enormous, worth a whopping $2.5 trillion. Surprisingly, the owner of a fashion brand ranks as the world's second richest person. If we look at the growth of the fashion industry over time, it's remarkable. From 1900 to 1950, the industry saw slow growth. However, in the last 25 years alone, it has expanded by a staggering 230%. The answer lies in the concept of fast fashion. Fast fashion refers to styles that quickly become trendy and then fade away, just as fast. The concept originated in the West, obviously. In the past, fashion followed 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. In Western countries, fashion changes were influenced by the weather. The idea was simple. You wear lighter clothes in hot weather, and warmer clothes in cold weather. Fashion was practical. However, by the 1990s, things began to change. Companies felt that waiting 3 months for fashion changes was just too slow. How could they make profits if people only shopped every 3 months? This led to the introduction of fast fashion, which brought about 12 fashion seasons in a year instead of just 4. New fashion shows occurred every month, showcasing new styles and trends. This model proved to be highly successful. More styles meant more sales. More sales meant higher profits. And higher profits meant wealthier companies. It seemed like a perfect plan. Watson & Wolf points out that around the year 2000, Europe launched 2 fashion collections annually. By 2011, this number increased to 5 collections. Today, brands like H&M release 12 to 16 collections per year, while Zara introduces a staggering 24 collections annually. That means that fashion changes approximately every 15 days. 2 factors were crucial for this plan's success. Manufacturers had to produce clothes swiftly, and customers had to discard them quickly. Consequently, the average American tosses out 30 kilograms of clothes yearly. Another study reveals that an average American purchases 68 garments annually. Shockingly, 92 million tons of textile waste are generated yearly, equivalent to filling 1,700 Titanic ships. That's a lot of clothes. Clothes aren't discarded because they're flawed. They're tossed because they're simply out of style. The worst part is that companies, fearing competition, burn unsold designs to maintain exclusivity. For instance, reports indicate that H&M has been burning 12 tons of clothes yearly since 2013. Why? To ensure that old stock isn't visible when new items arrive. This urgency prompts people to buy immediately or risk missing out, and no one likes to miss out. Till now, we learned how some companies change their fashion lines as often as 15 times a year. But there's one company that takes this trend even further. It's called Sheen, and it's based in China, a country known for its influence in global manufacturing. Sheen's valuation surpassed $100 billion in April 2022, and in 2021, it was downloaded more times in America than Amazon's app. So what's Sheen's business model? Simply put, Sheen capitalizes on the lack of data privacy regulations in China. They scour the internet to identify trending clothing styles, replicate them at lower costs, and sell them directly from China to Western countries. Many small designers have accused Sheen of stealing their designs, but for consumers, the priority is often affordability and speed, not the origin of the designs. However, just because clothes from Sheen are inexpensive doesn't mean that there's no cost involved in their production. Do you truly understand the value of your clothes? Have you noticed how the quality of clothes has declined in recent years? Fast fashion companies prioritize speed over sustainability. They know that if clothes last longer, people won't feel the need to buy new ones as often. Fast fashion companies decided that if they compromised on quality, they would also lower the price. This way, people would overlook the short lifespan of the clothes because of the low cost. But what about the hidden costs? Buying clothes isn't just about spending money. It also consumes water. The fashion industry is the second largest consumer of water globally. For instance, it takes 2,700 liters of water to produce one cotton t-shirt, equivalent to a person's 2.5 years of water consumption. Making a pair of jeans requires as much water as you drink in 10 years. Take Aralzi, a lake between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, for example. It was once one of the largest lakes globally, but has dried up due to fast fashion. Cotton, a water-intensive crop, is largely to blame. Cotton needs warmth and sunlight to grow, but it also requires a lot of moisture, leading to the overuse of water in regions already facing shortages. Additionally, the process of dyeing clothes is highly polluting. Textile dyes contain carcinogens and toxic substances. During dyeing, 15 to 20% of these substances don't bind to the clothes and end up in wastewater. This contaminated water, often used for irrigation, exposes us to toxins and carcinogens through the food we eat. When companies burn clothes, they release emissions that pollute the air. Most clothes today are made from polyester, a synthetic fiber derived from crude oil. So when these clothes are burned, it's like burning crude oil indirectly. We're sacrificing our environment for the sake of outward beauty. This is the harsh reality we face. The purpose of this video isn't to discourage you from shopping. Your money is hard earned, and how you spend it is your choice. If fashion is important to you, it's okay to invest in it. However, there are small steps that we can actually take to reduce our environmental impact. One key step is to use our clothes for longer periods. By extending the lifespan of our clothes by 6 to 9 months, we can reduce their environmental footprint by 30%. We should strive to use each piece of clothing at least 10 times and aim for 14 to 15 uses. Normalizing the practice of repeating clothes is essential. In the fashion industry, repeating clothes is often frowned upon, but after understanding the environmental impact, we realize it's the responsible thing to do. So, what can we do to move forward? It's important to recognize that the lifestyle promoted by brands in this industry today, such as embracing fast fashion and deliberately creating clothes with short lifespans, is harmful and impacts the world negatively. An alternative approach is to consider purchasing from export surplus stores. When big brands manufacture clothes, they often produce more than they need, and the excess pieces, which may have minor defects or fail quality checks, are left behind. Buying these clothes ensures they are used instead of being destroyed. You can contribute to the solution by adopting small changes like these, as even a 1% effort from individuals can make the world a better place. It's crucial to remind our friends that clothes hold more value than just their price tags. Our valuable water, fields, and resources are utilized in the process of making clothes. We need to recognize and appreciate this fact, because clothes are created for our benefit, and we shouldn't prioritize them over our environment and resources. This message is important to us, and we hope it resonates with you as well. Alright, so that's a wrap on our deep dive into the crazy world of fast fashion. Can you believe the massive impact it's having on our environment? Now it's time to chat and hear your take on it. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Ever think about the environmental cost of your wardrobe choices? Any other crazy fast fashion stories to share? We want to hear it all. If this video hit you in the feels or make you think twice about your shopping habits, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Stay tuned for more eye-opening content that's all about shining a light on the real issues. Catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.